What I like the most about having this dash camera so far is whenever you go driving, you're automatically recording, both front and back. So if something was to happen, I mean, you have that footage. This unit, the 70mm dash cam, actually has a lot of cool features. So let's take a look at it. What can you expect from one of these? How difficult is it to set up? What does it offer? Let's take a look. So this is a 70mm dash cam. It's basically a camera with a lot of smart functions. So there are two options when you set this up. You can either hardwire it into the car, or you could plug into the USB, which is the option that I have right now. It couldn't be easier. So the kit comes with this little cigarette plug adapter, which brings the voltage down from 12 to 5 volts. So you plug that in. You put one of the little stickers on the windshield, and then you can slide the camera right in. It's like a little bracket. And then you tuck the wire behind the different sections to hide it. So all in all, it's very unobtrusive when installed. Behind me, right there, I also have a rear view camera. Okay, so that's the RC11 dash cam. The front one is the A510. Now the rear one is plugged into the front one. So as soon as you start the car, both cameras start recording. And the footage of both angles is saved in the SD card in the front. You can go, if you click on this button right here, you will see the rear view. So that's kind of useful actually. You can also set different settings in here, and these things you can also do through the app, which connects through Bluetooth very quickly. Okay, so job number one of these cameras, record footage. One of the nice features is the quality of the footage. It has a good sensor and night owl vision, which gives you a good day and night vision. So even if you're driving during the night, any incidents will be captured. The front camera is of slightly higher quality than the rear one, and I have been able to capture license plates of cars coming towards us when driving from the front view, but not from the rear view. It does depend somewhat on how fast both cars are driving, whether or not you can clearly see the license plate. If you both are going really fast, it will be harder to see, but if you're driving slower, then it's not an issue. Then the camera has a bunch of other features. We have ADAS real-time alert, which you can turn on. This will alert you on any lane departures, front vehicle starts, and forward collisions. We have buffered emergency recording and collision detection. So this detects and records incidents such as collisions or sudden braking. And this emergency footage recorded will go into a separate folder, so it's easy to find and it won't accidentally be overwritten. We have built-in GPS, and this captures speed, time, and precise coordinates. So this would be valuable in case of an accident to pinpoint location, or if you just need proof of travel. If you have the cam hardwired into your car, you can also utilize the time-lapse feature. So when you have it parked, the car is turned off, it will still take a time-lapse photo, and it will collapse it into footage so that you can get a good overview of the situation. And this basically just saves like SD card space and saves on the battery. And just a note, the camera uses just a couple of watts an hour for my recordings when it's capturing video, and when it's taking pictures, it uses even less. So when you have it parked, the car is turned off, it will still take a time-lapse photo. The car parked for many days without driving while having this parking surveillance activated, or you might end up with a dead battery. I was just thinking about a way to address this. One idea would be to have a small external battery, like a little power station in your car, and then you could plug the camera into that battery, and that would be plugged into the car, so it would function as a UPS. So you powered the unit and charged up the battery while driving, and then it would draw power from that battery when parked. This is what the hardware kit looks like. You have 3 wires, a yellow, a black, and a red, and this is what you would connect to your car's fuse box to hardwire it in. And after testing it a bit, we figured this is the way it works. The black part connects to ground or the chassis, the yellow connects to the alternator, and the red connects to the car's battery. Now when the car is off, the alternator is off, which means there's no power going into the yellow line. The red line is still getting power from the battery, but no power through the yellow line puts the camera into picture mode if you have that setting on, and it will start to take time-lapse pictures. Once you start the car up, the alternator provides power again through the yellow line, and it will start recording. So if you hardwired it in, that's the way it works. It would be kind of interesting to replicate this using an external battery with a switch. So you'd switch it on when you leave the car, and that would put it into picture mode, and then you'd flip the switch again when you start driving. In that case, you could also keep the video recording if you wanted. I mean, if you were just parking it for a little bit. The issue we've had so far is external batteries usually shut off after some time of not being actively used. The system draws so little power. So we need to work on this a bit more. But that's the general idea, and be kind of cool to have it set up that way. There's also a feature where the dash cam is activated while parked if the G sensor detects a collision. If you were to have a hit and run, for example, you would have footage of that. So kind of cool to have your personal time-lapse system set up for practical reasons, and you could also catch things like a thunderstorm rolling by or wildlife or something like that. It has two folders here. It has all video and it has emergency video. You can go in between. You can also see the parking surveillance and the time-lapse recordings, photo. So you can view the footage through the screen if you prefer. And this one right here is to activate emergency video. So if you for some reason want to start recording emergency video, you just hit this button right here. If you're interested in this product, make sure to check out the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below.